As spectacular as it can be, tightrope walking is sort of an old act. And most tightrope walkers have backup on their side, a net. Darren Carter is about to leave you speechless as he wobbles on a wire. But the nylon rope isn't tight. And although he is 15 stories above the pavement, there's no net.
Darren Carter is about to attempt an 80-foot walk that could cost him his life. That's because this walk of death is 15 stories high. And believe it or not, the 1-inch nylon rope that he's walking on stretches like a rubber band.
Am I slightly insane? You know, enough people have been telling me that. I don't think I'm broken, I'm just a little cracked.
It's a thrill-seeking new rush called slacklining. Walking from point A to point B on a wobbly rope. And while Darren's made slackline walks before, this one will make history. For the first time ever, Darren will go without safety equipment, 200 feet above a city street. There will be no trick camera angles. This is all real. Darren got his first taste of adventure as a member of his high school football team. After that, there was no stopping him.
Running the football makes you an adrenaline junkie. Having 11 guys try to slam you, I like the intensity, and so I started climbing after that. I've soloed El Cap, and I've climbed it with other people, and I progressed up until I started doing these high walks.
And for the past 8 years, Darren's been pushing slacklining to the limit. The first of his high-risk, high-altitude walks were done using a tether rope to keep him from falling to the ground. But Darren now feels confident enough in his abilities to take his chances without a safety leash.
I think I'm the best high walker right now. I can hold my own with anyone in the world doing this.
Here in downtown Long Beach, California, Darren will become the first person to ever try slacklining between buildings without a safety line. A treacherous 80-foot gap, 15 stories high.
I've never slacklined across buildings like this, and I don't believe anyone else has either.
The danger involved becomes obvious during an earlier practice run. With the slackline tied between 2 trees, Darren loses his balance and falls to the ground. The sobering fall is still fresh in Darren's mind as his team begins to rig the building one day before the big event.
It's an incredible feeling to hold your life in your hands like that. One mistake and...
Undeterred, Darren begins his high-altitude practice walk attached to a safety line. Ironically, the same tether that's designed to save him has now become tangled, threatening to knock him off the rope. Darren slowly becomes more comfortable with the setup, fine-tuning and adjusting the line for wind and weight.
We're gonna get all the bugs worked out of it and do a bunch of nuts and bolt stuff.
But the weather is one thing Darren has no control over. Since the forecast for the next day calls for high winds, Darren will try to complete the unleashed walk early tomorrow morning before strong gusts kick in.
The fact that we are on the ocean makes a few concerns for me. I need to bring my line in overnight so that it doesn't attract any moisture.
D-Day, 5 a.m. Darren and crew reset the slack line, hoping to make a few more practice walks before detaching the safety rope. Unfortunately, weather conditions take a turn for the worse.
It's a lot colder this morning. There's actually quite a breeze. Yesterday it was dead calm and it was warm.
Slackline rigger Barry Oswick explains what is about to happen as Darren prepares to take the first cautious step.
Okay, today's the big day. He's going to go untethered, so he'll be fully exposed, and it's well over 200 feet. There's no way in a million years I'd be doing something like this.
The Ripley's crew feel they need to give Darren one more chance to call it off.
I just got off the phone with the executive producers, and they're saying that they would encourage you to use the tether. The decision is ultimately yours.
I'm feeling pretty good now, and we'll do a couple more runs.
Okay.
And the decision will be totally mine. I'll take all responsibility, and I appreciate that.
Darren's concerned girlfriend, Lorraine, can't help but be anxious.
I'm really excited. I want to see him do it. I haven't had a chance to see him even walk on the line, so just to get up there and see him walk on it will make me feel better.
In the silence before the walk, Darren takes a moment to compose himself.
I am pumped up like a caged animal. It's hard for me to just stand here and deal with this as I want to get to it.
Darren unhooks his lifeline and prepares to step away from the ledge.
I guess he's leaving, so.
He is now completely on his own.
Yours is better.
At 200 feet, Darren can't afford to lose focus for a split second. It all becomes too much for his petrified girlfriend to bear.
I can't watch it. I don't think I can.
Come on. Come on. Come on. It's looking good. It's looking smooth.
Is he smoothing out?
He's through the middle, so
can't do it,
it's still
I
looking
can't.
good.
Remember, Darren's 15 stories high, without a net or safety cable.
Yeah, he's very smooth. Yeah, he's very smooth.
Yeah.
Legs shaking, Darren maintains control. Darren Carter reaches the safety of the other side, accomplishing something no other human being has ever done before, slacklining from high-rise to high-rise without a net and cheating death along the way.
Hey, come here, bud.
Darren gives his relieved girlfriend a well-deserved hug.
As ugly as a stump.
Oh, the beginning scared the crud out of me, and I couldn't watch. I had to get away.
Watch again while Darren describes what was going through his head on the history-making non-tethered walk.
Wow, when it actually came time to do it, I just got out there. It just felt like a leashed one until I felt that wobble, and I thought, okay, Darren, get rid of this wobble because you're unleashed. It's no problem. What makes me feel good is that I fought through it. You know, it's not like being ah!
Darren Carter has successfully completed his unbelievable walk. And for once, this thrill seeker isn't planning his next stunt. For now, Darren is content to merely be alive.
Yeah! To be perfectly honest, I'm holding back tears. I promised myself I wouldn't cry on national TV. I think I'll save that for the family.